Hello student, in this class we learn copy option. So first I create a box and then press W for select and move tool, and then create a duplicate copy by using shift and click and drag the arrow handles. Clone option flyout is display, and by default copy option is selected here. If you want to create more than one copy, insert the value in this box and then hit on the OK button. Copy object is created, but this flyout has two other options, so we create one by one. This time I press shift and click and drag in the left side and choose instance button. OK, and create a one more duplicate copy in the up direction, and this time I choose reference. OK, so this object is source object and we create a copy, a instance and a reference object. But the question is this: how we identify the which one is reference or which one is instance object? When you select a reference object and then go to modify section, there is no parameter for this object. It means it's a reference object, and the reference object indicate with this thin line. If you select main object, so there is no gap in between these lines, but in the reference object there is a thin line. So it's mean it's a reference object. If you select a object and change the parameter and other object also updating with the same parameter, it's mean these are instance object, but already we identify this as a reference object, so it's a instance object. And this object is not updating, it's mean it's a copy object. So it's the easiest way to identify which one is reference or which one is instance object. In 3ds Max, you can also create duplicate object with the different tools. So first I select and delete all these and make a new box. This time I choose mirror tool by clicking on this. A mirror flyout is display, and by default transform radio button is selected. And if you select the geometry radio button and hit on the OK button, this tool apply as a modifier and you can increase the offset value. First check the copy option and then increase. So a duplicate copy is created with the offset value, and the offset value is calculated from the pivot point to pivot point. If you want to change the axis direction, so you can also choose different axis from here. I delete this modifier by right click and choose delete. Click again on the mirror tool, and this time I choose transform radio button and increase the offset value from here. By default no clone radio button is selected, so original object is shifting. Choose copy radio button and increase the offset value. You can also change the axis direction from here. And this flyout also has some other options like instance and reference. You can also choose these as your requirement. Hit OK button to apply offset value. So copy object is created by using mirror tool. If you want to create a window with blinds like this, number of duplicate copy of this blind is here with the define area. So first we create a window and then create a blind and then create a multiple copy by using a different tool. Create a window by using W rectangle. So I click on the shape and choose extended splines, W rectangle. It's a window frame. We apply extrude modifier. And create a blind from the top viewport by using box. And change the pivot position in a corner. So I click on the hierarchy button. You can also choose snapping tool, but I manually shift this. Now I create a line to define this window start or end. and this line position should be center in the window. So shift from the top viewport and change pivot position of this line also. And rotate this blind a little bit like this. And you can also shift this blind outside the window also, because the newly created copy will automatically shift here. Now go to tools, align and spacing tools. If layout is display and the top button for pick line. So click on this button and pick this line. By default 3 number is placed in the count window, so 3 duplicate copy is created. You can increase the number of these copies like this, and these copy automatically arrange in the define profile area. Apply. So by using a spacing tool you can create a blind in the very easy way. I hope you like this class. Now we meet in the next class.